Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a topic that's often misunderstood but incredibly important: self-love. Now, when you hear the phrase love yourself, what comes to mind? For many, it's bubble baths, spa days, or scrolling through motivational quotes. And while there's nothing wrong with those things, real self-love runs much deeper. Today's episode is titled Loving Yourself, but the Right Way. We'll explore what healthy self-love really means, how it's different from selfishness or avoidance, and the habits and mindset shifts that can help you grow from a place of strength, not denial. And of course, I'll be sharing 5 advanced English vocabulary words and 2 useful idioms, all explained with examples, so you can boost your language skills while you reflect on this journey. Let's get started. Let's begin by breaking down some of the myths around self-love. Number 1. What self-love is not. Many people confuse self-love with doing whatever feels good in the moment. Eating that extra slice of cake, skipping a workout because you're tired, or avoiding responsibilities because you deserve a break. But let's be honest, that's often just self-indulgence. Self-indulgence means giving yourself too much pleasure without self-discipline or concern for consequences. And while it might feel good short-term, it doesn't help you become your best self in the long run. True self-love means caring about your long-term well-being, not just your short-term comfort. So if self-love isn't always soft or easy, what does it really look like in action? Number 2. Holding yourself accountable. Real self-love involves being honest with yourself, even when the truth is uncomfortable. That means taking responsibility when you make mistakes or when your habits aren't serving you. This brings us to our second word: accountability. Accountability is the act of owning your choices, your behavior, and their outcomes. When you love yourself, you hold yourself accountable because you know you deserve better, and you're capable of better. Instead of blaming others or making excuses, you ask yourself, what can I do differently? Another important aspect of loving yourself in a healthy way is learning how to protect your energy. Number 3. Setting healthy boundaries. Self-love means knowing your limits and being strong enough to communicate them. This requires being assertive, which is our third vocabulary word. Assertive people express their needs clearly and respectfully. It's not about being aggressive, it's about valuing yourself enough to speak up. You can say no to things that drain you. You can protect your time, your peace, and your values. That's not being selfish. It's being self-aware and self-respecting. But it's not just about what we say to others. It's also about how we speak to ourselves. Number 4. The inner voice and compassion. Let's talk about self-talk, that little voice in your head. If you constantly criticize yourself or replay your mistakes, you're damaging your self-esteem. People who treat themselves with compassion tend to bounce back faster, try again sooner, and stay more emotionally balanced. Compassion means showing yourself kindness, especially during hard moments. Instead of saying, I'm such a failure, say, I made a mistake, and that's okay. I'll learn and do better next time. That's what real growth looks like. And that leads us to one final truth about real self-love. Number 5. Growing from love, not shame. You can't shame yourself into becoming a better person. It doesn't work, not long-term. Instead, we need growth that is sustainable. That's our 5th and final vocabulary word. Sustainable means something that can last over time, without burnout or resentment. When we love ourselves in the right way, we create habits and goals that we can maintain. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. And that consistency comes from self-respect, not self-hate. So, to wrap up, let's remember, self-love isn't about ignoring your flaws. It's about being kind and honest. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard. It's about choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. Let's now go over today's 5 vocabulary words and 2 idioms. Self-indulgence, RN, doing things that give you pleasure but may not be good for you in the long term. Example: constant shopping can be a form of self-indulgence rather than self-care. Accountability, N, taking responsibility for one's actions. Example: She showed accountability by apologizing and correcting her mistake. Assertive, ADJ, confidently expressing your needs or opinions in a respectful way. Example, being assertive helped him set clear boundaries at work. Compassion, N, kindness and empathy, especially towards someone who is struggling. Example, treat yourself with compassion after making a mistake. Sustainable, AG, able to be continued over a long period without harming yourself or others. Example, a healthy routine should be sustainable, not extreme. Idioms of the day. Tough love, care or concern shown by enforcing rules or discipline rather than indulgence. Example, her parents used tough love to help her overcome bad habits. Look in the mirror, to reflect honestly on your own behavior or flaws. Example, sometimes we need to look in the mirror and admit we need to change. Thanks so much for joining me today. Remember, loving yourself the right way is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Be kind, be patient, and take one honest step toward the person you want to become. See you next time.